Oko shepi and then chile kwa sa. Oshepi, live by your man there. It is late. I never. Oko shepi and then chile kwa sa. Oshepi, live by your man there. It is late. I never. We no go sit down the look. Make them go report our girls. Everybody will rise up. We no fighting, we are just up. No be so. No be so. We go to share. Every day, people just go. So family was wiped out by Fulanis. So Jackie boy used to call them terrorists. We touch them the canoe, you go cause war. We touch you on the bow, you go cause war. Makana Prugo no Nanga Wanelua. Hang when you find for another. It's not the time we go change up for them. Change up for them, tell them we know this. When you go Kulia Poku Apakuya, they might not fire Apayo. Igbo people have been marginalized. IPOBs have been brutalized. We no go sit down there.
Purchase your tracks today.
Make them come kill all of us. We no go sit down there look. We no take our life. We no go sit down there look. Bring them from the house like us. We no go sit down there look. Make them come report our girls.
Purchase your tracks today.
Instead of up, they take us down. Instead of right, they take us left. Buru the change. They promise to change, but we no see the change. Why you don't let Biafra go? Are you not tired of killing them? There's not the time we go send up for them. Send up for them, tell them we don't be zombie. We no go sit down there look. They can go kill all of us. We no go sit down there look. They can go check our life. We no go sit down there look. They can stop the house like us. We no go sit down there look. They can go report our girls.
C'est la personne.
Oko shepi and then chile kwa sa. Oshepi, live by your man there. It is late. I never. We no house like us. We no go sit down, they look. Oh. Make them go rape all our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we are just up. No be so. No be so. We gonna share. Every day, people just a show. So family was wiped out by Fulanis. So Jackie boy used to call them terrorists. We touch them, the canoe, you go cause war. We touch it on the bobo, you go cause war. Makana, Prugo, no, no, they can one with Elua. And I will find for another. It's not the time we go change up for them. Change up for them, tell them we know this. When you go pull your book, they might not say, I buy your book. Igbo people have been marginalized. IPOB have been brutalized. We no go sit down there.
Purchase your tracks today.
Make them come kill all of us. We no go sit down there look. If they come take our life, we no go sit down there look. Bring them from the house like us. We no go sit down there look. Make them come rape all our girls.
Purchase your tracks today.
Instead of up, they take us down. Instead of right, they take us left. Buru the change. They promise to change, but we no see the change. Why you don't let Biafra go? Are you not tired of killing them? There's not the time.
Hello, guys. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to this evening program. I want to welcome each and every one of us. It is 10 minutes past the hour, and I want to say welcome and welcome once again. As you are joining us, please help share the program. I'll be showing a series of events that have happened in the past few days, and what happened today in our mama. I'll be playing the clip. It's been going viral all over the place. So it's important that our people understand what happened there today. And we'll also be looking at the broadcast of the Directorate of State, Head of Directorate of State, Mazi Chika Edoziem. Please stay tuned as I bring you update on what happened earlier today in our mama. The clip will be played in a very short period of time now.
Now on fire, people have on fire. Leading the Nigerian army. Leading Nigerian army. Look at the hammer, on them mad. They were going to rescue some people.
Yes, so a very short clip of what happened today. I will try to keep playing the clip. These are short clips that came, in fact, they are all circulating all over social media. The details are still sketchy. So if there is anybody on the ground who can give us some information as regard to what happened there today, concrete information, not hearsay, please. And if you can come forward with some concrete information, the evidence are there that the military burnt down houses, burnt down businesses. I don't know what led to what, but we need, if there is anybody that can give us information as regard to what happened, please, you can call into the program. Call into the program. As we wait for Mazi Solomon to join us, I want to introduce our topic of today. We'll be talking about issues. I want to draw our mind back of what happened in 2017 when the home of our leader was also invaded by the Zoo Army, the Nigerian military. They keep invading communities, burning down houses. They keep intimidating our people, and we no longer have what to say but to continue to expose these atrocities, because at the end of the day, repercussions are definitely on the way. And when we react, the world is going to ask why. So it's important we build up this evidence so that we'll be able to give answers to people who will come later, who will not start, like our leader used to say, who will not start the story from the beginning, because that is what happens. So as we wait for Mazi Solomon to join us, I want us to take a little break and we'll be right back.
Oko shepi and then G, le kushi le kwasa. Oshepi, fly by your man there. It is delay. I never.
Purchase your tracks today.
We no go sit down the look. Make them come report our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we just up. No be so. No be so. We gonna share every day. People just go. Who family was my bad Fulanis. So Jackie boy used to call them terrorists. We touch them the canoe, you go cause war. We touch it on the bow, you go cause war.
Yeah, Mazi Solomon, good evening and welcome to the program. Good evening from my end. I don't know if you can hear me. You're already live with us?
Yes, Mazi Patrick, I can hear you sound and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi Solomon. I can hear you very clear as well. You're welcome to the program. Good evening. Biafrans are already waiting. So before we proceed, I want to say welcome once again, and I also want to welcome Biafrans who are following this program. For those who are watching, can share this program and make it go round. Mazi Solomon, what do you have to tell us today? Do you have any news for us this evening? Is morning in your end?
Yes, it's a very bright morning at my end here, and the time is 16 minutes past 8 a.m. And in Sydney time. So yeah, we are already spending the Tuesday. So I greet Biafran all over the world, lovers of freedoms, and Biafrans all over the world. I greet all of you. I also greet the lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I greet all of you because your action and inaction is helping us to make history at this very time. So you are all welcome in this very program. We have a lot to discuss this very evening, and we must know, as the Bible quoted it, that under the earth there is time for everything. So, and we must know that it's very, very important that we understand understand the season which we are in, and what is required from us to do as to be able to remain in control and also continue to move forward. Very, very important. Ndị Igbo si na ihe danarị mmiri bụ okwu ka eji achị ya. You are welcome into this program this morning. I hope you will call in and you write in the comment your own opinion. Don't be afraid on whatever opinions you hold at this very moment. Don't be afraid to say it out. You might think that it is what the public will not like, or what you said, and people will start insulting you or cursing you. But you will be very surprised that those opinions can save life, and those opinions also can save the movement of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So we should not hold back. Just voice out your mind. Every concerned should be visited. Every concern should be treated. We discuss here as a family, as a people, but make sure that you will be as polite as possible, so that the listeners can be able to take word home. So please, we ask you also to share this very program as you are joining. Please let other people know what is happening here and let them join us, because their opinion counts. Thank you very much, Mazi Patrick, as we continue.
Thank you, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful intro. I want us to take a very short clip. I played that clip earlier today, and it was a disaster that happened in our mama. And I'm encouraging people in that location, if you have any information, full information, concrete information, please get in touch with us and give us some details on what actually happened there. It's just a short clip. There are lots of clips out there on social media. People coming on with different clips, but this was what I was able to get my hand on, and I'll be playing it. Mazi Solomon, I'll be playing this clip. It's just a 30 seconds clip or even less, but somebody was talking at the background. So let's listen to what this person has to say.
Now on fire, people have on fire. They didn't the Nigerian army. They didn't Nigerian army. Look at the hammer. Ulo them mad. They were trying to rescue some building.
Yeah, so Mazi, houses, buildings were set on fire today in our mama. And we have a governor who says he's the governor of the state. And you see the continuous invasion of the land without I don't know what, without any provocation most of the time. I don't know, without provocation. I will say without provocation, because if I thought there were provocations, the people that whose homes were set ablaze, do they participate in this provocation? Mazi Solomon.
Okay. Yes, we have seen this kind of event happening in different locations in our land, in Biafran land, mainly at the region of the southeast. These few days, we have seen the same action of the armies towards the villagers. So in every provocations or in any criminal actions that took place around the communities, they will now level the punishment on the community by burning down the houses and setting the villages on fire. So these are very, very unfortunate. And many of us will begin to think, where is this kind of plan? Where is this kind of arrangement coming from? Who in the first place is actually commanding the troop, or in the arrangement with the group of the soldiers or the group of the uniformed people that are actually doing this kind of activities in the village? So you will discover that it's still the same people, the same group of people who has denied the people of the southeast regions and even the entire old eastern region that have denied them development. The same people that have denied them even infrastructures. The same people that has made the region, that make it impossible for the development to step into that very region. So now they felt like the price the people has to pay when there is a criminal activities around their communities. which they themselves are also the victims of these actions of these criminals, or the actions of these individuals who are taking law into their hands. Now, the villagers are the victims of these activities of this group of people who are actually taking law into their hands. Now, the same villagers who are suffering under the consequences of the operations of this very activity, criminality, the same villagers are the one that Nigerian government are descending on. Then ask me and help me to answer, what is the reason? Why are they going in that direction? As to make sure that our people are being punished under the crime that they did not commit, under the crime that they are not involved. What justifies the actions of the army? That is the questions we will be asking ourselves. What justifies the actions of the militaries who are burning down villages, destroying people's properties? Then if we looked at what justified them, then we will discover that there is a war that is declared on our people that is unknown. A war that is declared on our people that is unknown. And that is what we have to start digging out. That Nigeria is in war. They are in war with the Southeast and the old Eastern regions, which are called Biafran territories. They are in war with us. They are in war with us because nobody from these regions are given any right whatsoever. So we must acknowledge and we must brought it to the front line that Nigeria are at war with us. And though they did not declare it officially, but their actions has proven it. Their actions has proven it because there is nothing they have as to justify burning of the village. Instead of going after the people who committed the crime, instead of looking after them, getting them arrested, bringing them to justice, instead of doing the job in which they are paid and hired with even the money and the resources that belongs to the people they are buying their properties, instead of them going after the people who commit the crime, they will dive into the village because they are waiting for every opportunities to bring down our communities and to bring down our villages. And could we say that their plan is to carry out the genocide, or their plan is to wipe out our race so that there will be nothing like us anymore? They will, because during the war, I was told from what I also read in the book that it come to a time when they bombed Onitsha and the place located as Anambra State today, and they loaded some northerners to come and occupy the space. Could it be that is the same plan that is going on today? They want to wipe out the villagers. They want to wipe out our villages so that they can now bring their foreign Fulanis to occupy those territories. And we cannot watch this happen to our people. Something must be done. And that brings me to the second part of this discussion about what we should have discussed yesterday, but because the panel were not complete, we have series of things because we are looking at how the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how they can step up in Biafran technology, how they can step up with Biafran technology. Because in this kind of incident, we need comprehensive coverage of what happened. Because like as it is, we see somebody lamenting in a video that army, they burnt a village. But where is the army in that video? Where is the army? How did they come? Why the video coverage did not cover the army coming into the village? Why did not cover the time the army are carrying this operation? So how can we even use this kind of half-baked video as an evidence that this is the operation of the army? Nigerian army, that this is an operation of Nigerian army. And that is why we are meant to discuss about how the indigenous people of Biafra, who are leading in this very struggle for restoration of Biafra, how they can step up with their technology, in Biafran land. Because that is the age we are. Without stepping up and without profiling a standard technology on how to get our evidence, on how to gather our evidences, and then being able to compile them properly, then that means we are going nowhere. So we need to step up in our technologies, and that will make us to discuss, because to discuss on these very issues, because we are looking at that we have been here for a while, for a decade, for more than 10 years. The indigenous people of Biafra has been here, and we have been surviving by the contributions, by the monthly contribution of the people and the donation of the people. So it is time now for us to know the chances we stand in reinvesting the money that our people are contributing, so we can have a steady supply that will be able to help us embark on a project, outstanding projects in Biafran land, because we cannot allow things to continue happening the way they are happening today. And that is the reason why we are here. And that is the reason why so many of our Biafrans are complaining, because they didn't see opportunity to exploit the knowledge they have as to be able to withstand the activities of the Nigerian military in our land. So many people, we are very disturbed because there was no opportunity to make contributions. We only have one central command is there. Whatever they did not give to us, then we don't have. So we are calling that the leadership at this very moment should open up in the aspect of technology. During the broadcast of the HOD this morning at my end, I heard them saying city cameras will begin to display or begin to mount city cameras in places. Remember, you are dealing with a sovereign state, which we don't have authority for now. Our land is still under occupation, under military occupation of Nigeria. They are still the one in control of our territory. If you want anything, or if you put anything they don't like, they use the authority to bring it down. They use the authorities to bring it down. They can command that we will spend a very huge amount of money in putting CCTV camera, and they will come one day and bring everything down. And then we lose the money. That is a very good idea. But there is more superior technology as to regard to as to regard to recording events, or as to regard to recording what happens in a place.
Surveillance.
So there
Surveillance, yes.
Okay, or surveillance, whatever. So now we must, at this very point, start understanding that there is more superior technologies that has less risk for human, that has less risk, that people can operate.
Considering the circumstances we find ourselves today.
Yeah, considering the situation in our land, and one of them is drone. Even the kids here are using drone for their handwork. Very simple, easy, and it is risk-free, and it costs less. It costs less. If they find a drone and they bring it down, then human life is not involved. Nobody is at risk. And you cannot at the same time, they cannot view drones the way they can view the city cameras around our communities and the villages. They cannot view it like that. So somebody can just see the army walking. You fly a drone, immediately started covering the areas where they are working, record them from the starting, because most of the record that we bring to the media, people wonders, they just hear lamentation of people. The soldiers has burned our villages, they have burned our villages. Where are the soldiers? Nobody is seeing we are only seeing fire burning. And with that, they can come and deny the video. They can come and deny that they are not the one who set places on fire. They can equally started coming that is the villagers.
Because at a time of their operation, people would definitely be too scared to use their phones to record the event. Because if they see you recording the event, they could shoot at you. So there have to be an alternative, like you said, that the drone can do a lot of coverage, even from a distance. Mazi, go ahead.
So yeah, that is what we are appealing to the leadership, to see the way they can help our people to provide this training in covering events with drone. Covering events with drone, we can unveil a lot of things. You just have to stay in a very comfort zone, and fly the drone. You fly the drone and cover the event you want to cover. Even if they happen to destroy the drone, they just destroy the camera, but the recorder is with you. Then you are safe. No life is put in danger. Or does it mean we don't see these people the time they are coming to the village? Even the activities or criminal activities in our villages, we can also use drone while putting people at safety. We can teach our people how to build this drone. It is harmless. It's very, very harmless. And it reduces the risk of human life. So we are saying that the leadership should look into it. Instead of vesting money in a city cameras, let them look into also teaching our people on how to use drone to cover the event. And again, the leadership also, they should also look into on how they can be able to be recycling the money that is coming in into IPOP by engaging into community development. There is so many business opportunities in America, in Europe. There are so many business opportunities in Australia. There is so many business opportunities in so many countries of the world where the indigenous people are citizens. Then they can use their positions of the indigenous people of Biafra in those areas to reinvest into a business that can generate the fund and the profit to be servicing our projects, so that we will not be depending all the time in the money the people donate or by calling for donations. So we can also start empowering our people, because it's very, very important that indigenous people at this very point must be giving account of how many people are under the scholarship of IPOP, because that is also human empowerment, and that will be the basic of also building our own technology. There is so many brainy people in Biafran land, but did not have an opportunity to further their educations. There are so many informations in the world, which we must at this very time thinking on how to put our people in getting those informations and using it to formulate our own special technologies that can be able to advance our cause, because that is the age we are in now. We are in the age of technologies, and we must advance in this, and we must take advantage of it. That there are so many of our people that supposed to be sending for training, that supposed to be under the scholarship of indigenous people of Biafra, so that they will come back and build our own, so that they will come back and make use of the knowledge in advancing our cause. Because the place where we find ourselves, where we are agitating for freedom, is very, very is very difficult. It's a difficult area. Also, counting that our people, so many people who are also speaking the same language with us, are dancing to the tune of the enemies. So it's a very difficult task, and we must take it in a very high dimension. So that will also be the basic of our discussions. So based on this, you can call and make your contributions. You can call also to say your opinion on this regard, because I know for sure that it is people that are benefiting every day. It is people that are benefiting every day from Australia. It is people that are benefiting every day from America. It is people that are benefiting every day from all over the world in the activities that are going on. So we, the indigenous people of Biafra, can also be the part of the people who are actually benefiting from what activities, what daily activities communities and nations are doing. And we can look into it and hire the experts who can help us and guide us so that we can be able to progress in building our own technology on how to secure our land and secure our people. Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick.
Thank you very much, Mazi. We'll be talking about strategies, strategies in recycling our fund, reinvesting the fund, making sure that we have in, investments that can actually also be of good importance, that will be reliable for continuous growth. Because now we have moved from the kindergarten stage in this struggle, where we need to start thinking outside the box. Most of the situations we've had, most of the issues we had always been the issue of finance, accusations here and there, quite unfortunately. But I think it's also natural in every organization, people bringing up even false allegations as a result of, most of the time, perception, sometimes lack of trust. But Mazi, I believe that if the resources are utilized and put into there are smart investments that can be made all over the world, considering the fact that you have Biafrans all over the world. You have capable hands who can actually help in in overseeing these investments. There are fine, beautiful companies who are selling shares that IPOB can even buy into. And from there, you don't know, because if we have to take this struggle for the next 10 years, for example, we look at how long it took South Sudan to break away from North Sudan. Just imagine that we have to go this far before we are able to get our freedom. Do you think that people will still have that same motivation in the next few years to continue to make this contribution the way they are making it today, Mazi, if alternatives are not created for funding?
That is what we are looking at, and we are suggesting it here. That it doesn't meant to be a plan that the indigenous people have in their table, but we are actually sampling this opinion so they can equally take it and manage the idea in their own way. It must not be public, but we can suggest it publicly, but there is a way to go about it, and the expertise will also have to be involved. But what we are looking at is that the funding that the struggle required has to be able to match with what is happening in our land requires a lot of money. And it's not that it just requires a lot of money. It also required a constant flow of money. Constant flow of money. It requires it a lot. So, and it's very, very important that this time we are in now, that the leadership of IPOP will be thinking in that very directions. There is an investment that you will make today with $100,000. Then in the next 6 months, then you will be looking at the profit above 30 to $20 million. Now the dollar, the initial money you invested is still secured, and now you are having profit. You are having profit. You are having increased. So, and we have these very great opportunities all over the world. All over the world, where Biafrans we are found. We have these great opportunities. So we are only asking leadership to step up, think in that very directions. You don't need to make the idea public, even as we are suggesting here, but you think in that very directions. Because it's very, very important that the law of survival on earth is seed time and the harvest time. Without you having a seed, it is difficult for you to have an harvest. And it is very difficult for you to have abundance. You will always run out of scarcity. You will always run into scarcity all the time. You will always be under pressure. If you see the story of Esau and Jacob, Jacob is an animal husbandry, and Esau is a hunter. When it's time for blessing, you see how easy it is for Jacob, because he rear animals, he multiplied them, they are always available. But for Esau, who is a hunter, he has to do launching for ESN and launching for Lego team before he can be able to grab money. And sometimes they are not enough. Sometimes they are not enough. But as a hunter, he has to go, because the duty of hunter is to kill anything that comes their way, that has to make the ends meet. So Esau, he went looking, because if you're a killer, remember, if there is 100 animals in the bush and you go hunting every day, it takes you only 3 months and 10 days to finish the 100 animals in the bush. 10 days, 3 months and 10 days, you finish the whole animals. So there will be scarcity for you. There will be sometimes difficulties for you. But for the person who is rearing the animals, multiplying the animals, they always in advantage. They are always in advantage. They always have a steady flow. They always have a sustainable means of providing to their families or embarking on a project. So, and we must know that Nigeria is running today just because of the natural resources that they are extracting. So without these natural resources sustaining Nigeria, there would have been nothing like Nigeria today. So, and some of the nations who have no natural resources, they create it. They create it. Look at Dubai, how they created even the market for the world. They beautify their place and make it a tourism country. So they create the natural resources. They create the resources. What could give them money? They borrowed and they invest and they recycle the money. And now they are using both the benefit and the initial capital to be embarking in a very beautiful project that is putting they themselves and their people in advantage. And we are saying the indigenous people of Biafra can also do the same. We can create an artificial resources that can be bringing the flow of cash to be embarking. The reason why we want a flow of cash is because we must embark in building our own technology. It's very, very important. Our people has to be dispatched to different countries where they will be grabbing informations. This is how Chinese grow their country. This is how Chinese grow their country. This is how they could be. Chinese were able to break out from struggle for poverty, struggle for backwardness. They dispatch their people, and they goes everywhere to grab informations, to get informations. So as they are being dispatched everywhere, they begin to get informations, and they come back and start building their country. They start building their technologies. And today, they are one of the most powerful nations on earth. So we must look on that very directions. And that is the reason why we are bringing up this suggestion to the leadership. Because the event that is happening in Biafran land, we need to be covering it. We need to be exposing it every day with full detail, with full video coverage detail, so that the world can be able to view it and be confused and be convinced that this is what our peoples are going through. Thank you, Mazi Patrick.
Yes, thank you, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much for that insight. We will be going more in details. We'll be going in depth discussion to some of the things we are raising here. And we also saw the broadcast of the head of directorate, where he gave order for Maz. I don't know if you're there, where he gave order for the ESN, and a lot of people are already beginning to like give their own interpretation of the order by the head of directorate of state as regards to the Eastern Security Network. We've seen people coming to say that the ESN is not unknown gunmen. But everybody knows that ESN is not unknown gunmen. There have never been an instance where ESN were, mistaken for no government, because they have never been on the street terrorizing people. Rather, they have been in the bushes guiding our territory, protecting our farms. So I saw some posts this evening where people were giving their own interpretation in that regard. I would have loved us to play the clip of the DOS, but the clip is a bit cracky, and it's lengthy. It's not something we can play here, considering the limited time available to us. But notwithstanding, I would like to open the line so that people can start calling in. For those who want to call in, because our time is somehow limited. So if you want to call in, please call in on the number on the screen. The number is there, rolling under +39 388 177 9665. If you want to call in, I will also be pinning the number here as well, so that those who want to call in. I've seen people only WhatsApp call, please. WhatsApp call. WhatsApp call only, please. For those who want to call in, can do so. I want to pin the number on the screen so that those who want to call in can actually call in. I've also seen people making comments. So if you have anything to say, you can do that through your call. We've seen people commenting. Jukwu Ifeanyi says share. All hail Biafra from Morocco by Kingsley Oziribo Onuogu. Ifeanyi Ojukwu said, Mazi, you are on point. So people are following. People are following. The number is on the screen: +39 3881779665. Mazi, we saw the situation in 2017 when the army raided the home of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have to excuse me because I'll be showing the event of our leader addressing the media in his home when the military came on their invasion here.
The IPOB leader, however, is insisting that the intention of the military is to terrorize and scare his people. Nnamdi Kanu told Channels Television that there is no reason why the armored vehicles, patrol vehicles, should be in front of his father's gate if there was no intention to cause mayhem. Meanwhile, normalcy is set to return to the scene of the clash.
This whole incident happened right here. They drove from that way with their blaring sirens that woke me up from my siesta I was having in the afternoon. And they went that way to that junction. They reversed, demo tank reversed and came back here. They wanted to come in. And my men stopped them here. And they started firing at people. Right at this very spot. Check here on the window of my bedroom and to the front gate of my father's compound. Firing live ammunition to scare people, to terrorize people in this very peaceful village, in this very peaceful town. That is what Nigeria is doing. And the world must know about it.
So Mazi, so this idea of terrorizing people and intimidating people. We saw what happened in our Mama today. How the army, without provocation, burned down a whole community. Mazi Solomon. What do Nigerian military or the Nigerian government, what do they want to achieve?
Okay, there is something that you need to understand from the operations of the army, of Nigerian's army. Now, these are the continuation of what happened in 1967 to 1970, when they declared war on harmless Biafrans, on Biafrans that are not ready to kill a fowl or a cockroach. They declare war on us, and they rendered our communities. There is nothing like what they did in our Mama and some of our communities. Is the same operations they carry on during 1967 to 1970, where they are burning our schools, burning our hospitals, destroying our farms land, and every other source of livelihood. They refuse to engage the military of Biafran militaries. They refuse to engage them. They get busy with their plane through the help of the Egyptians, burning our market where you have the kids, where you have pregnant women, where you have old women, even the cripples, even disabled people. They are bombing our market, throwing bomb in our market, throwing bomb in our farm, factories. These are the places they are targeting during 1967 to 1970. So there is nothing different from what they practiced then. The genocide they commit at that time, there is nothing different from what they are doing now. They are touring the same line. Then what is happening is like the continuation of the invention of Biafran land, the genocide they committed in Biafran land in 1967 to 1970. This is the continuation of it. Then the Nigeria has not ended the war. They have not ended the war they declared on Biafra. And that is why anytime you make mentions of the Biafra, which is already an existing history with the Igbos and their neighbors and their cousins, is already an existing history. There is no way you can raise those histories They have already existed. But they insisted in raising those histories so that people cannot reckon to it. So anytime you make mentions of Biafra, then what you are saying is the war Nigeria declared on Biafra. And that is exactly what is happening, because the agitations has been on all this time. So the only thing is recalling in their mind the activities they carry on in 1967 to 1970. That is what is recalling in their mind. So that is the same thing. The continuation of the genocide of 1967 to 1970 is what Nigerian military is doing today in Biafran land. Because think of it, even in the north, where the soldiers are dying in their thousands, in their hundreds, they never go in rampage in the villages. They never go in burning the villages. The only people we always see on the news that has the character of burning the villages are the terrorists, Fulani herdsmen. This is what they do in those northern areas. The soldiers has never been involved in bombing, destroying, even though in those areas there is no expensive houses. They lived in all these attached houses that is built with mud, and they also some grasses from the bush. But they never bomb such places. They never destroy such places. But they will come to the place where people build a good structure of a house with hard-earned money. Then they will like to bring down everything that people have labored for. And they continue in the genocide of 1967 to 1970. That is appalling. So what they did in our leader house is the continuations of the activities they started in 1967, in bombing villages, in coming to communities to kill our young men, to kill people that are not soldiers, to kill women, to kill children, which is very, very appalling. And we are bringing to the notice of the world that they should look into what happened in our leader house in 2017. They should look into what happened in his house. The genocide that was committed, the killing that was committed. This is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra coming the next day to address people in his house. The oppression of the army. Tell me what the army are doing at that corner of his house at that moment, where they kill our men and they set houses on fire. So we are bringing to the notice of the world that this has been the activities of Nigerian militaries. They have not stopped the killing they started, the war they started on Biafrans in 1967. It has never stopped. You see what happened in Anambra election. In Anambra election, you see them, they bring down, even when the Boko Haram, we are rampaging all the north. When the Fulanis are killing the indigenous people of the Jos, killing the indigenous people in southern Kaduna, they never arrange their armies or their soldiers into those areas with the level of war instruments, war hardwares, the way they come in a small, tiny Anambra, in a small, tiny Anambra state. They release everything that makes them a country.
What made the superpower? Mazi, we have a caller. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Yes, Mazi Kamo, good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I greet you all. Please, I know this might be off topic of what you are discussing, but I want to join other Biafrans to call on the leadership of IPOB to take decisive action, make a statement concerning the relationship between IPOB and the Samoan Eba. I am saying this because just now, after Mazi Chikedozie made a broadcast in less than 1 hour. Simon is already on his platform addressing Chikedozie, that Chikedozie is maliciously trying to link the unknown government to ESN with ESN. You know, why this type of blackmail? Why hasn't the leadership of IPOB made a statement to tell Biafrans who is really in charge of this ESN? Is it Simon Ekpa that knows more than the leadership of IPOB about ESN? Who is controlling ESN? And who is Simon to tell us who is ESN and what and who is really ordering ESN? That is what I want to know, because I'm really confused. Is it Simon? What is the relationship between Simon and ESN? This thing is getting me very, very, very annoyed. Like, I don't know.
My brother,
I'm calling on the leadership of IPOB to do something as quick as possible. We need a statement.
Hold on,
we need a statement. This is getting out of hand.
Hold on
online. I want to make a conversation with you. The point you raise is not off the discussion or the topic we are discussing. They are all inclusive. Now, the discussion I want to make with you is that sometimes we like other people to handle our own responsibility. Instead of us taking up our own responsibility, we like to call people. We like in a village when they beat you. Instead of beating the people that beat you back, you started calling Mama Mo, Papa Mo, Mama Mo, Papa Mo. So they will always be there to fight for you. You cannot do things by yourself. Simon, the memo has already been issued about Simon. The fate of Simon has been made public by the leadership, which are their responsibility. Now, it is your responsibility to counter every narrative that Simon is pushing out that is not in line with what the leadership and the leadership of this struggle and this struggle stand for. When an opportunist is acting, you cannot in the same way ask them not to take opportunity of what they think that can brighten them on what they are doing. Opportunist is always an opportunist. He looks for loopholes. He looks for something that resembles truth or something that can be twisted. And they will start from there. So it is your responsibility to counter Simon Ekpa. It's not leadership. Who is Simon Ekpa for you to be calling an institution like DOS? Is it because people are
What I'm saying is not for them. It's not for them to come. It's not for them to come online.
Hold on. Allow Solomon to finish. Then I would also make my own contribution, my own input.
It is your own responsibility to counter any negative narrative that Simon Ekpa or any individual is trying to push to the media. Every one of us must stop complaining. You must stand up to responsibility. Even if you don't want to do a Facebook program, come online, even do one video, edit it, push it online. Counter that thing. You see the point you raise right now. You have already know that this guy is after destroying the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have already know it, and you are angry about it. Come out and voice up your anger and encounter him. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, with the truth we shall destroy them. Counter their narrative, not the leadership. The leadership has a lot of things to do. They are not coming to fight a single man. Like when the one that Udene is talking every day, people are calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu leadership, IPOB. If you kill somebody like that Udene or somebody like Simon Ekpa, what will he give you in this very struggle? Will he make you to restore Biafra? The leadership cannot. And they remember that Igbo people always say, no na kama kanketa mwana mokuku. Dan okuku emu na manketa. Because I got no nketa akubulie, no nketa atabulie. So as the thing is provoking you, I want you to establish your own platform to counter his narrative. He's just an ordinary person like you. He doesn't have any authority. He doesn't have any backup. He's just somebody in his room after going to toilet, shit like everybody, brush his teeth, wear his clothes. He's not having any office of IPOP or any position in IPOP. After doing his own thing, conquer his own thing, he searched on the media, he checked Facebook and know what he wanted to do and project to the people. He's just an ordinary people like you. You can counter him on your own. You can counter his narrative on your own. That is what I want you to understand. And that is the discussion I want to make with you. It's not something to be calling papamo, mamamo, papamo, mamamo. It's something for you who is viewing what is wrong that is doing to counter it by yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are you still there, caller? Is the caller still there? Okay, let's take this call. Let's see if this call can come in. You know, when we speak, they say, you people are gossiping. But now the gossip listeners, now then they run around from one place to another. Caller, hold on, please. So my own input and my own contribution is, please turn down the volume of your listening device, please. Yes.
Yeah, I'm there. Good evening from here.
Yeah, good evening. Do you have a contribution? Go ahead. Caller, are you there? I think this caller is not responding. Hello, caller. Hello, good evening. Hello, caller on Messenger.
Thank you very much. I'm from Morocco.
Yeah, Mazi, are you hearing Mazi Kinslow Zuribo from Morocco? Can you hear him?
Yes.
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, Mazi.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just only book. I'm not paying for message on my
Go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Enwere ihe m na-achọ ịkọwa, enwere ụzọ okwu abụọ ịrụtụrụ aka maka ihe a na-eme na-agwọ mma and unknown government of tagging of ESN unknown government. Ihe m na-achọ ịkọwa na-awụ, a na-eme ihe a n'Ọsụ steeti, na-eme na-awụ, na-eme ihe enwekwuru otu enwere ike ikpokọta anya ndị a eme ihe dịka massive protest n'Imo steeti. Ndị niile ihe niile ekwenwụrụ shọpụ ndị a agbagachara ọkụ, akwenwụrụ ndị nke emere emechaa nkwara ha akpakwa awa nkịta, enwe onye ga-apụta for protest ka edemoka hapụkwa ime ọzọ echi. Akwa ị na-ege m ntị, ya bụ ihe ejogburu onwe ya. So ụdị ihe ụta na-eme, ụta ọnụ na-ata ihe ọnụ n'ime na ọ na-eme ọganazi ụta ga-echi igbe ndị protest ka ọ bụ ụzọ dị mma kwụsị ịkpa arụrụ ala ọ na-akpa. Ọ bụkwa ọsọ ihe a pụziere na ihe a na-ama ama nke a ụdị ihe a kpachara anya na-eme. Akwa ị na-ege m ntị, nke ọzọ na m na-ekwukwu eken na nke gbasara unknown gọọmenti. Ụmụnne m, Chineke nna gbarara nwoke ma awụ Nnamdi aka ebe mgbe ndị a pụtara, ọ sị na ya amaghị ndị ha awụ. Akwụghọtago, mana otu ha si bịara ya wụrụ n'ọwụ maka ha na ndị polisi aka shi ha ọba ọnụ. Nnamdi Kanu fọmụrụ ESN afọmụrụ n'ime ọhịa ka a chịtara these people, and ndị a na-agba mbọ ha na-agba. Nwanne m, ị na-anọ ha ka a na-ere ebe ha ndị mmadụ ege, ị na-anọ ha ka ndị mmadụ na-esi n'ime ọhịa. Mba, ewugịrị ihe ikwe hụrụ ihe a na-eme. So ndị nke fọm ọzọ gọọmenti a na with the autopilot, I'm telling you, by ihe mgba Nnamdi Kanu ndị agbaga Nnamdi Kanu mgba physically before ya baa n'ime enwere ọbara, mana Chineke nna bi n'eluigwe dewekwere because of onye aka dị ụcha. Nwanne m, enweghị clear conscience ya na activation o kwuru egwu akụghọtago. So my dear, ihe ndị a na-eme na ihe ha na-eme, and mmadụ ịbịakwara amakpa ike na ihe gbasara ESN na-amaghị mgbe echi bido, na-amaghị otu IPOB ịgba ndị ahụ nkịtị ụgwọ like ihe a my brother wu Solomon kwuru na mmadụ adịghị mma imere ihe anyị kwesịrị ime. Akwụghọtago, ihe anyị kwesịrị imewu ndị agha na anyị na ha abụọ erie nkịta nwụrụ anwụ, ọ gwara ha zawa aha nke ha. then ihe megere ndị IPOB na ndị ESN na ndị nke Maazị Nnamdi Kanu agawa ha nke ha ya tọgbuo onwe ya kwụrọtago ihe ị nwere anyị na-eme ọ na-akwatachi ahụ most of ndị coordinators ha nwere ndị dakpurule na ọnwụnwa ekwesị ha uche ya nwere ike echi na-eblem nwa ha all these things ọ dị very bad ihe a onye a na-eme ọ na-eme ajọ ihe ka ọ na-eme ajọ ihe eteka otu nwata na-ata ngwa nga aka ruru ya kwụrọta ga-ahụ ndị Igbo enwe onye ga-abata na akụwa aka n'elu si na awụ eze ma ọ wee awụ nke a na ihe niile nwere gabitere kemgbe 1940 something my brother ichek igbo na my brother ọ na-eri arịrị akwụghọta gị ga-amakwa ahụhụ ịtara before baa gị na this struggle onye ọbụla ma ahụhụ ọ tara so onye ọbụla na-atakwa ahụhụ nke ya ata ya mana ya were ogwu were obiọma were datịgịnị arụpụrụ ma ndị ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu ama ma ndị ga-agba DOS ama ma ndị ga-agba Hotechi agba Nzama ụmụ ihe ndị a anyị nụgide n'elu ihe ha nụ ọwa arụ mana asụmọnụ were obiọma na-eme na ihe ọzọ na-eme jichi n'ike Maazị Solomon keep it on nwanne m nwoke ihe gbasara our investment or how to rebuild our country akwụghọtago ahụ azụtala azụwute anyị agbagaghị ọsọ anyị ga-eru ebe anyị na-aga Chineke ụmụnne m ka Chijo.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I can agree. Thank you very much. Yeah, so somebody have been trying to call in from the US. Let me see if I can get in touch with him or her. I don't know if it's he or her, but the person have been trying. Though I pick, but so let me see if the person can respond to us to make their contribution. And as for our brother who called into, lay complain about, yes. Hello, caller. Good evening. Yes, this caller seemed not to be serious-minded. Let me see. Somebody called in from Ireland. Let me see if I can get in touch. Hello, caller. You called in earlier. Can you please tell us your name and where you are calling from, please?
Not from US, from Ireland. Chimeze.
Okay, Chimeze from Ireland. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Yeah. Thank you, Mazi Patrick and Mazi Solomon. I was listening to what Solomon, the analysis and things he said about, surveillance and, stepping up the game. Yeah, I have even had that kind of chat in my unit, but, I have suggested such a thing, even higher than that, like even with the gun war and, all the rest of all. I thank God that you have made it more open, that we need something like that, that we need to step up our game in terms of technology. And the second thing he said about scholarship and stuff, I would be quite shocked if we haven't started doing that already, like training our best bright Biafrans abroad. If we are not doing that, that means we haven't even started. That should be one of the most priority, investing in our human capital, for that. I don't really like another thing. I'm talking about some guy. Yeah, those things should be relevant now. Everybody has known what those guys stand for, so we don't have to dwell on them, people making them feel like they're relevant. It's only a fool that will be trying to listen to those idiots. Right? Yeah. Initially, people when that Onyendu was caught, the emotion was so high and all this. But when Efe, God bless her, exposed, their agenda. When you read the line, you can tell that there was a sort of agenda between the well, I call her Elohim told me, or Mother High, something like that, and her, cohort in Finland. But them people are irrelevant. We should focus on what happened today in Imo State. How to avert from that not happening again. I read Emeka Gift's page where he was saying about that we should be listening. If we are listening to DOS, this will not happen because these unknown gunmen are the mischievous are brought in this to our own people. There's no way the DOS will want to let our own people suffer this kind of ordeal, right? So, but I don't know what happened or aspire, but that really makes sense because I know the priority of DOS is to make sure that we minimize minimize casualties in our land, which should be their main priority. Yeah, we know we expect a lot from them. They are very slow. Not that we are that happy the way they are moving slowly, but we'll still push and pray that they could do more better than they are doing now. Yeah, I know they are really working hard, but we just want them to do better than what they are doing now. That's all I can, say. And,
thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mazi Patrick, please. It's very, very important that I respond to this. Our
brother. Hold on, Mazi Solomon want to respond to you.
Okay.
Yes, my brother, you added in your suggestion and in your comment that DOS are slow and you are not happy the way they are being slow. Let me tell you, all the job of DOS does not base on what the masses can do. There is other things that expertise that needed to engage expertise on. So they only come to the public on what they needed, on what it requires the public to be involved on. And secondly, again, they work in a network. DOS work in a network. That if DOS are asking anything to happen in Imo State, they coordinate with the people who are on the ground in Imo State. So what determines how fast they are is the resources that are available to the people they are asking to do something. If the people they are asking to do something does not have such resources or capacity to do it, they have to take their time to strategize in order to make sure that they
mobilize.
So this is not an individual issue which somebody will work, and we does not have any structure on the ground. We are not operating like already established states. Like they have where you have barrack, you can just give an order, give an instruction, and you bring out the people on the barrack and they will go and accomplish what you want them. Or like you have structures, you have custom, you have immigrations who can be able to do jobs and they are standby and they are being paid to do that very job. 24 hours they are standby. This is not the kind of resources that is available to DOS. So as long as you are dealing with volunteers, you have to work with them, even though you have the power to command them. But at the same time, you need to make sure that the resources that they required for what you want them to do is available. So on my own view, I can say that DOS are not slow. But what is slow is the system they are using to coordinate. The system they are using to coordinate. Could you imagine that there's no people that are being paid full time to do the job? Even the DOS, they are not paid full time to be there working for you. They have to go and look for their daily bread and daily bread of their family. Some of them are still the breadwinner of their family. Some of them have debt to pay. Some of them are facing the same challenges you are facing as a human. So it's not like every morning you bring out for meeting. Chike Dozian will call everybody for meeting. Tomorrow you continue with meeting. So the system in which they are using is not the one that can work fast for you. It's the one that they manage with the volunteers. So it's not a well-established institution that you can just lay hands on.
When you have facilities, logistics on the ground ready to go and even quench the fire in our mama if there was need. Because if IPOB had the facilities on the ground, as the military are setting the fire, we'll be setting the fire brigade to go and quench the fire, even if we cannot fight back. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the things our people need to understand.
Okay.
Mazi, thank you very much.
It's good that you explained that to me anyway.
Not just Mazi, not just only you, because a lot of people are.
We Biafran sometimes we have, when something like this happen, we become too emotional, and maybe we say things out of emotional, without not being really logical.
Mazi, that is why that is why we continue to come here to educate our people, because the problem is that people see things from their own perspective. People want to see result, but you that want to see result, what effort are you making on your own to make? Because the struggle is not for DOS alone. I was talking with somebody earlier today, and I said that the DOS also need the support of everybody, moral support, spiritual support, and otherwise. But in a situation where you see people not even supporting the DOS, how do you expect them to function? Thank you very much for that contribution, and God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's take another call. Hello, caller. Good evening, and welcome to the program.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Can you please tell us where you are calling from? And
yeah, my name is Mekus, calling from Germany.
Mekus, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mr. Patrick and Solomon, I greet both of you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope I'm coming out loudly. I'm coming out clear.
Biafrans are listening. Go ahead and make your point.
All right. I want to talk about from what the previous call from and the one Biafran guy talk about Solomon. So sorry about Simon. I'm sorry about Simon. Listen, I'm not happy truly exactly what is going on. This man calls Simon Eba. I could remember that because sometimes I used to follow him and watch. This man is not doing program again. He's there just like a corner. Listen, I could remember he said one day that there will be a time that he will say something that will make Biafrans to hate DOS. I remember there was a day he said that. And now, that is what he's doing. Look, the other time, DOS made an announcement, and during the during the Anambra State election, and the Simon came out, started saying against DOS, saying that the Biafrans should supposed to go and burn down Nigeria, while our leader is in the hand of our enemies. I personally, I sense what is his plan. He wants our leader to be the Nigerian government to use that opportunity and kill our leader, and that is why he's planning with those women in America, gathering and forming his own group. If Biafrans goes out and do something funny, then they will use that opportunity and kill our leader. Then he will be the leader of this movement. But to DOS, they are well-educated people, and they are more wiser than him. So I don't see the reason why. Sometimes I'm just watching him. This man needs to be dealt with, because look, let me not to say Abakaliki man or something. We are all Biafrans, but his own Abakaliki, he can never use our brain. He can never use our or deceive all Biafrans. It's those that are listening to him, is those that he's deceiving. So this man is now out for destruction, nothing else. So Biafrans should be wise, more wise, because this man is out for destruction, nothing more. That is what I want to contribute.
Thank you,
on this.
Mekus, thank you for that contribution. Thank you for that contribution.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, Mazi Solomon, I don't want us to divert our discussion into an individual. We are talking about, what is happening in our mama, we don't even know if there are casualties up till now. And that was why it would have been very, very important that we get information on the ground of what really transpired. If our people were killed in that process, we would have known. Then on the issue of somebody who is castigating the announcement of the Directorate of State, the HOD this evening, when you see your IPOB is not a political party where you form, where you come to make criticism and, but it is the duty of people to look for loopholes. But I'm happy that our people are beginning to now realize, what they have put themselves into, by going to certain platforms, leaving the hallowed chamber of Radio Biafra and jumping from one place to another, because that is where you have what you have put yourself by yourself. Hello, caller, welcome to the program. You continue to cut your call. Please turn down the volume of your listening device because I can hear echo and noise on the background. Please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, introduce yourself and tell us where you're calling from.
Am I coming out clear?
Please turn down, I can hear myself. Turn down the volume of your listening device, please. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
I can hear you. Sorry, I have a bad signal here.
When you turn down your listening,
am I coming out clear?
When you turn down your listening device, you can call back. Mazi Solomon, I don't want us to even take this discussion.
Yes. If I can help, because I'm waiting for you to comment on the thing that the last caller mentioned here. So, and I will continue to state that if anybody is getting you angry with his or her activities in the Facebook, please learn how to counter that person. Learn how to counter that person's narrative. Don't always expect that the leadership has to come down to the level of an individual in the Facebook. We are dealing with institutions. We are dealing with nations. We are dealing with well-known established institutions, not individuals. Individuals is less problem to us. And the best the leadership has to do is to declare their stand with whosoever that is using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or the name of IPOB to be making his program, for them to declare their stand on that very person. The woman in America, they served the memo that she has been expelled from IPOB. If anybody is doing anything with her, you should not think you are dealing with IPOB. And the issue of Simon, we have the leadership has also made their stand. He's not a spokesman of IPOB. He's not in any appointed office in IPOB. So if you choose to be listening to his logic or listening to his talk and discussion or analysis, it's solely up to you. If you wish to believe what he's saying to be your truth, so it's up to you. But the truth of the matter is that we here we stand unshakable on the standard and the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we cannot.
Mazi, we have a caller. We have a caller. Hello, caller.
Yeah.
Welcome to the program.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Chimeze Agumibia.
Chimeze, welcome to the program.
I greet you all there in the studio.
You're welcome to the program.
Yeah. Please, I have some question to ask the guest in the studio.
Mazi Solomon Peter. Go ahead and ask your question.
I'm can you permit me to speak Igbo?
Speak Pidgin English.
So my
Mazi, you speak Igbo. Allow them to feel free so that people should not feel like they are not welcome here. Maybe the standard here is higher. Speak Igbo. Every one of us can manage. I hear Igbo, and if
we all hear Igbo, but there are non-Igbos who are also following.
It's all right. We can actually explain to them.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Because meet up with brokers today, but Kambia Zigeharia, ya nwere some ajụjụ nchọrọ ịjụ ebe ahụ.
Na-aga n'iru anyị na-anụ na.
Biko, ahụ ya chọrọ ịjụ ESN ọ pụtaziri na ha nwa bụ onongo men? One. Isi ka njọ ọ pụtara nọ ESM bụzi onongo men nọ na street, because anụrụ m where director Chike Dozie Mosi, the whole ESM should go back to their normal duty and their post. Nchọka azatụm ajụjụ a.
So mgbe ọ sị ha nachie back to the bush, ọgwa gị na ha nọ na street?
According to ihe o kwuru, onye ọ na-echekwa echiche ọfụma kwesịrị, even Nigeria Intelligence Agency, mgbe mmadụ pụtara gbago dike ya sị gị ESN should go back to their normal post and esi na kampụ kwụọ, o nwere ebe ha nọ, like ha nọ na street ejikwa ha nachigha azụ to their normal camp ha nọ before.
Yeah, all depend the information. All depend the head of directorate of state knows the better position. How Malebe ESN no. Maybe Hanine natches back to their houses. You can never know. And they are calling them back again. You know, so it could be possible that they have nachi no now. I say have nachi back to base. Even on the normal regular army are not at no. You understand what I'm saying? So it all depends on the head of directorate of state, the Biafra, if that is necessary.
Mazi, please,
Yes.
please. I need to say something here. The brother was asking in the broadcast of the HOD that he said that all the ESN should report back to their camp or report back to their commanders. Yeah, the statement is very, very clear. Mazi, there is no diversion in that very statement. Okay, so all the ESN members, they are all volunteers, and if at their duty post or where they are in the bush, there is calmness and there is no job to do, and the vendors are no more around their vicinities, so they can take a walk. They can take a walk back home. They have families, they have friends, they can visit. So when the commander needed them, he will call them back to their camp. If anybody take walk out of the camp or went to visit family, wife or children, or travel to visit a friend or for anything, so if we need you, we call you back. So what the head of DOS we are saying is that all the active members of ESN should report back. Those who are absent in the camp should report back. It does not actually combine or consign the criminal activities on the street. The people have family, they can visit, they can leave the camp and they visit. Some people take medical leave, you know. So he's asking them that they are needed. they should report back. That's what is happening. So it's not that they are in the street or they have left their duty post to go and do other things on the street, but is recalling them back based on them that have left the camp to do one thing or the other, or have even taken a medical leave, or for any reason has left their camp, that they should call back because they are needed. That is what Shikedozian was addressing. Anybody who is twisting that very word should be a demon from the pit of hell. They are volunteers, and if they are not in the camp at the moment, when we want them, you recall them to the camp. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Solomon. And are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm never.
So when you other ajụjụ?
A lot of confusion in our brokers.
Confusion did there, Mazi. You are not a member of ESN.
To be in push.
Mazi, are you a member of ESN?
Hold on. You know, you use this guy to educate others.
Yes.
Mazi, hold on. See, Anya hold on. Can we leave West Side? Gemonte, one name woke. Gemonte. All on the ESN, Bunofia corner, or no. So, Obu no ESN, hapụ ọfịa ebe ọ na-alụ ọlụ wee gaba n'ụlọ ije nete ụmụ ya inete nwunye ọ bụrụ na ndị DOS need his service ha call anya back ka ọ report to the camp. Ihe m kwuru odolugo anya ka na odorogo anya ka confusion ọzọ ị nwere ka ị na-echezi na etu ha dị na ha enwere ike ịpụ jenete ndị be ha na ha enwere ike travel jenete their friends ọ na ha enwere ike take leave ọ ihe na-echezi ha bụrụ mmadụ.
Mba ụdịrị ya ga-adịrịchara ọ dịchakwa 100% into isi ekwu ya.
So gwaziana anyị etu o kwesị isi wee dị na-ekwu na anyị na-anụ.
Mụnwa na onwe m jụrụ ajụjụ a. I was once a volunteer and ama m rule and regulation dị na volunteer. Ịghọtago? So I was once a volunteer.
Mgbe ị na-eme volunteer, ị naghị analụbe gị once in a while.
ESN dị iche na volunteer.
Ị bụ a member of ESN? Ajụgo m gị dị ajụjụ before. Nsị gị ma ị bụ a member of ESN? Have you worked in Lugo with ESN before?
Arụbara with ESN.
So
as a volunteer.
Okay, but you look as a volunteer, but you look with ESN.
Yes.
I happen to look with ESN. Then you question make easy your position because then Bundi ESN what OEC head of directorate in as far as in the loop with ESN, they're not on the ESN. It got water. So all ya moji bago juoge anya. So you what ihe na-alụ inwe ike je join ya ESN. Ke watazi ihe na-alụ. Nna, thank you for the call. Okay. Except you have another question.
Yes. No, not much question. No, in kind of community because kai muna no Fulani government. Kai na fa na-eme ka ihe. I kwesịrị amụna Fulani kwụọ gị mmiri, kwụọ ya fuel. Or give fuel, war gas. Say mona no Fulani government ka na fan America ye emi to iji aka soft hand so these people. Ndị nwere woman sympathy and they have a rural life. Imagine engage were akwụkwọ a school ejero ya n'ime forest. Is it the kind of people I na fan need ready na eteku ude mo na eme ka ihe me sisi amara of attack of this is the advantage Nigeria government in the use now reduce
the line keep going up.
Take run into the I know what I'm saying.
Mazi, thank you for that contribution. Mazi,
Kedu ihe ọ chọrọ ka ime ndị Fulani kịta? Kedu ihe ọ chọrọ
Mazi,
ka
another caller, please. We cannot continue to entertain. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program. Please turn down the volume of your listening device. Turn down the volume of your listening device, please.
Hello.
Turn down the volume of your listening device.
Push way, let's calm down. Push way forward. Up to today,
I'm on live. Let me respond to this caller. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Hello, Mazi Patrick. Good morning.
Yeah, good evening from here. Go ahead and make your contribution.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead and make your contribution.
Okay. Please, this is our own station. If those people don't want to follow the rules and regulation of our own broadcast here.
Hello, caller.
DOS. Go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I said this is our own side. Those people that is asking that question, if they are confused, they should go and ask their author.
Pico, about direct call should stop calling me directly. This call is supposed to be a WhatsApp call. Call on WhatsApp. Somebody is calling direct. Hello, caller, Pico. Just go ahead and finish with your contribution.
Okay. I said this is our own station. Anybody that does not go in line with what DOS said should go to their autopilot and continue. DOS made the analysis and we understand what DOS said. Everything DOS said was very open. Nothing to be confused about it. That is number one. Number two, please stop allowing people that come to cause somebody like the other guy that said Abakaleke. There's nothing like Abakaleke. We are the Biafrans.
No, he has corrected. He corrected himself, so there was no need for me to start going into details about that.
If you have any problem with any individual, that's the person is our problem.
Mazi, thank you very much for that contribution. He corrected himself, so there was no need for me elaborating. Thank you for that call. Thank you very much.
You people should be coming online steady. We need to be hearing from you people.
Thank you. We'll try our best to be regular, at least to be talking to our people on a daily basis. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mazi Solomon. So we've seen the people who say they are confused. People are confused because they jump from one platform to another, looking for where to hear gossip. So hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mazi, Pat and Mazi Solomon.
Thank you, Mazi.
God bless both of you.
Yes, welcome.
This is Mazi Ezejimade from London.
Mazi Ezejimade.
Please, I just joined your program a bit late, my brothers. Solo, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. A wise man.
Yeah.
I miss you. My brother, please. You see, we should understand these people. A member of IPOB, they are fighting for Biafra. You should know this. DSS, Mwakwere Igbo people, Nana DSS, they will also come to like to, get information from us. Somebody, after listening to the broadcast this evening, is talking about all the confused. His first statement was, now, ESN, or was you how unknown government. You see? As if our HOD, the announcement he made, the broadcast was as clear as everything. And that guy was claiming he's a volunteer. You should have asked him, volunteer of what? What did he volunteer to do?
Maza, each volunteer will not be necessary. You know, because at the end of the day, I think he has been able to say that he's not a member of ESN. And if you are not a member of ESN, there is no way you cannot be confused. I myself, I do not listen to the order of ESN because I'm not a member of ESN. So why should you, who is not a member of ESN, be listening to the order of ESN? I mean, the order is not for the general public. It is for those who are in that sector. So if you can only put your interest there if you are in that sector. You understand what I'm saying? So it is natural that you get confused because you will not understand the language. Mazi, go ahead.
Those are the people, when they come to your platform or Radio Biafra or whatever, they will want to create a different narrative, throw in confusion, tell you, oh, HOD, what the announcement they made is whatever. They need action. They need this. You have him saying, you know, what they need action. You know, they need action. And these are people, they go about creating problems when there is no problem. They go about attacking DOS, attacking innocent people when there is no problem. The broadcast this night was as clean as anything. I am not a member of ESN. So that order, I am not interested even to ask questions regarding that order concerning ESN. It's only when you are, even no member of ESN will call and say he or she is confused because they know what they are doing. They are organized. They've been taken care of. They've been doing their job. They know what they are doing. But all these people will come because they have created factions, you know, here and there, trying to sow seed of division and seed of discord and confusion here and there. When they come to your platform, please be getting rid of them. Don't even entertain such people. You know?
No, Mazi, one thing you need to understand is that we use one example to address thousands and millions of people, you know, because there are still so many of other people who genuinely are confused. There are a lot of people who genuinely, and they might want explanation. So we use his own case to educate others who are genuinely confused, you know, so we cannot
believe me.
Yes.
Believe me, if you are a member of IPOB under oath, you are following Mazimam Dekano, you are following GOS, you are following this struggle, you are sincere in your spirit, in your mind, in your whatever. There are things you dare not even get yourself bothered or say you are confused. Confused about what? You have to trust the HOD. You have to trust the leadership. You have to trust ESN.
Mazi, the truth is that Mazi, these people move from what?
Somebody called before and he stated that Simon Ekpa in his platform was twisting the broadcast that the head of the HOD did, saying that his broadcast was like confusing, as if the ESN are now the unknown government because he was calling them to their camp. So, and it's the same broadcast that this guy listened to and get himself confused. So, and he was looking for a help. But one thing is that sometimes they look for help while their mind is already positioned in the error. While they are seeking for help, they have already positioned their mind to the error. So even if you are trying to help them, they will continue pushing the error in their mind. But it's as good as we put it in the media because internet doesn't lie. Maybe by tomorrow he will come across again what was said here, and by then he will start recovering from the brain damage that they have caused him for going to listen to where he did not supposed to listen from. Thank you very much, Mazi. I appreciate you. It has been a long time. Yeah.
It's been a long time, my brother. It's been a long time. I miss you people. So many, engagement. But we will talk later, privately, see when we will do our interview.
Thank you very much. Mazemem, I appreciate your call. I really appreciate your call.
God bless you. God bless you.
Okay, we hope to host you. We hope to host you very soon. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you too. So Mazi Solomon, Imago, this we've always had this issue of people jumping from place to place, looking for information. And when you maybe you check at information, you are confused, which is natural.
In the Bible, there is something Solomon
said.
Yeah, hold on, caller. Let Solomon finish. Caller, hold on.
Solomon said in the Bible that in the multitude of the knowledge there is torment. So in seeking of to know, imano kafuchatasia kamboji atu enwenihu. Onye na-enyo isi ya na-apụta. You know, itipula na na-enyo ike onye ọzọ, ike nke gị nwa na-emepekwa open for other people to view. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, we have a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Yeah, Pat Ikem and Solomon. Good morning.
Yeah.
The problem we had just Solomon. What Solomon just says now, because the guy they confused. He saw somebody say that that our HOD are blackmailing ESN. So instead of him to capture and understand that the very person that wrote that thing are the person trying to blackmail himself is a propagandist. The problem is that you are not a security man. Then why are you interfering in a security code? Our HOD give a security code. A security code. Some people will be looking, but you have the police training. When they say Mate, you know that you will leave that place. So this is a security code. It's not something that somebody will come to twist or somebody will come to ask. So far you are not there. You don't know their language. So you forget about it. It's only a foolish man will be interfering in a security code that you don't know. When Buhari come out, when late Buhari come out, say that the wife belonged to the other room in the kitchen, people don't know that he's talking to the terrorists. That is terrorist language. And people don't even understand. But CIA understand that language completely. And people were doing jest of him. People were laughing him. But people didn't know that he has passed a message.
What he was referring to Sharia law. That was the Sharia law.
Yes.
Yes. So
yes, he has passed a message. He has passed a very big message to people. But people were jesting on him, laughing on him. But he has passed a message.
Yes.
Solomon, that empowerment that you and Deacon people, children, we have more talented children back home that are more talented. Even when we see them singing for our leader, you will see what they are doing. Even this drum, our kids are doing it now. So I love what you say. God bless you people.
Thank you very much.
We cannot be confused. We know what we are doing.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful contribution. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening. Caller, can you hear me? This person I've been trying to... I said this call is supposed to be a WhatsApp call, but people keep calling directly.
Hello?
Caller, welcome to the program. Good evening. Can you hear me? Yeah, so Mazi Solomon, do you have anything to say? Because we'll be rounding up. Somebody have been trying to reach me, but our people don't like to listen. They would like to do what they want to do. I've said that if you want to call through WhatsApp. Hello, caller, welcome, good evening. Good evening. Can you please speak up? Good evening.
I'm hearing you, Patrick. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Speak up. Speak up, Ibu.
All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Ibu Akunono. Do you have palm kernel in your mouth? Please speak out, Mazi.
Alman, that very caller, he said he was not in yesterday's program. And now what I can contribute to. So yesterday program, I will teach me anything about ESN, which you guys maybe contribute about ESN. All these people were agents of Simon. So I just the program there. It was the same program the other first caller for that Simon was talking about ESN. This is where they were. When they go there and listen, they will come here to disrupt what will be here. The GOS themselves said that our voice should move because Nigerian government, they have an information that they are coming and to hunt our youth. So their incident should move into the bush. Can you Basra or dominant with ESN? Nation GOS today. Moreover, like to us this report, was there a security mind? What was his concern about a security issue? Please, such kind of people, you shouldn't give them time whenever they come. Please do listen and know where they are coming from, and then don't give them that issue, because the more you give them that issue, it seems as if we don't know what to tell them. Anyway,
thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm good. Mazi Solomon. Almost somebody have been calling me from Italy here. And he's been calling through the direct line. And I've told people, don't call me on the direct line. But I'm going to give him, let me see if I can take our sister's call. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, Patrick
and
Solomon. Thank you once again for coming back.
Thank you very much.
Can you hear me? Okay. You can hear me clearly,
yes,
isn't it?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yes, you guys are really doing wonderfully. So we're expecting such programs often place from you guys. Yeah. Yeah, please. I just add to what others have said regarding the other caller that asked about what the HOD said today regarding the ESN. You know, this mischievous worker, I don't mean the guy that called, the social media bandits that are everywhere, because what they are waiting on is that whatever the HOD says or the IPOB says, then they stand on it. Because if you look at the thing, they themselves don't have any plan. So they're all watching and waiting for what the DOS will say. And whatever thing the DOS say, they will stand to start to criticize it. I just want to ask them, did they not hear about the bombing all over the place in Imo State? The governor of Imo bombing the forest, looking for the ESN. In the midst of that, is it not wise to call back the ESN? I don't know what was exactly what happened, but I am thinking when there is danger, the right and the best thing to do is to protect their lives. And when things normalize, they will be called back to duty. So that's, to me, that's that's my thoughts about it. So these people, we shouldn't be, that's why when these people that are going to listen to them, after listening to them, they'll be more confused. They will come back to start to say, oh, they are very confused. Why can't they be confused?
My sister, these are the people, when you speak, they say stop gossiping, but they are the people who go around listening to gossip all over the place. You know, so
they know the right place to get the right information, but because they won't gossip.
Yeah, they love. That is why there is chaos everywhere today, because people are looking for where to listen to gossip, and they are getting the gossip, and they are all getting confused.
And it's not good for their brain, because their brain is not comprehending it.
Yeah, because the gossip is affecting them as well. They can no longer reason. Thank you very much for that contribution.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Yes, we really appreciate your contribution. Thank you very much, sister. Yes, so I said somebody have been trying to reach me, from Italy here, and he's been calling me directly. But let me see if I can give him the benefit of doubt. And no, I once picked his call, but it was noisy on his background. So Mazi, let's see if we can also reach out to those who have tried to reach out to us in some ways, because now all the let me see if he can pick the call. Okay, so it's not picking. It's not picking. Mazi Solomon, we've spent over 2 hours, and people are calling in. People are calling in. Okay. People are calling in, but I think we have to start rounding it up. Now, people are even sending me private message that I should not respond to certain people, that I should cut off, so a lot of our people too are not ready to entertain. But in this platform, we try to give everybody the opportunity to express themselves, even though they have a contrary view. And we also have a responsibility to assist them, to put them on rehabilitation, because so many people have contaminated themselves so much that they need some sort of rehabilitation. And our Mazi here is good in that direction of rehabilitation. So I have a very good company of somebody who can help contaminated people to decontaminate. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening, Patrick.
Yes.
Please, there is something I want to ask.
Go ahead.
Before I make my contribution.
Go ahead.
Is it only security that is called for duty call?
Is it only security that is called for duty?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand where the question is driving to.
What I'm trying to say is that,
yes,
even the nurses at the hospital, they can be called for duty call,
That is true.
Even priests, they can be called for duty call because sometimes they go on vacation, or if there is any situation, they can go to their home.
You are not educating go ahead, you are educating us.
What I'm trying to say is that this confusion this guy is bringing is too much, Simon Eber. This is too much. Even that he claimed to be a security man, former security man, but the way he's doing things, I'm very, very confused and upset about him.
We listen to people's concern. We listen to people's concern. We address them.
People should face Simon Eber.
Yeah.
So, but we've
Simon Eber. Simon Eber. I followed him before. He was good before, but now he have gone out of track. And since he started following this woman at the America and all this, the way he's doing things is very, very upset.
Mazi, you have already said everything you needed to say, that duty can call at any time. And that is what we had this evening. So we want to say thank you for that contribution. You have thank you for that contribution.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so Mazi Solomon, 2 hours are gone. In just, oh my God, somebody is trying to reach us. Let's just see if we can take this last caller. But hope you give me the last caller.
Am I the last caller?
I hope so.
Good evening, sir.
I hope so. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Mazi Party, Mazi Solomon. I question me put 3 wise men, but one is missing. So I will call you 2 wise men.
Go ahead.
You know what happened? Our people is a gullible people, but especially black people, especially our so-called that location 9. But now, I thank Almighty God. A lot of people now have started seeing the color, the true color of Simon Eber. Because only here onye ndu anyị na-ekwu ọ sị na aka isi ha ga-aba ha ọnụ. You want to go? And now this program on na kantazi DOS ka people must na no nwere any agenda onwe for Biafra no Biafra for destroying. Understand? Mo had ya, but one of my friends from Switzerland. Now na akọrọ m this thing na this guy no dey to the guy but ihe the guy na now. na ihe na-aka egwu na ọdọ mmeka otu na hope ebe ọ nọ. So mgbe ihe unu na-eme egazi nsogbu adịrọ dis na-eli and samonekpa ejighị aka ha na ọ dị mmadụ ikuku na-abụ ike ọkụkọ. I wish you guys all the best. Biafra.
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We just have to find a way to move forward. We have a lot of challenges ahead. Mazi Solomon have already said that individuals are not our problem. We should focus our attention on what is happening. Let us focus our attention to support the leadership of IPOB for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And whatever they bring forward, we must support them and uphold the standard. That is what is required now. We will get distraction. We will get distraction along the way. There is no doubt, you know. But on the market, as in one no dinner about marrying cake, as no going no dinner about marrying cake. So all the market the buy say Gary Chago, definitely they will return back to base. They will come back home. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know what? We the Biafrans at home. We the Biafrans at home. We strongly believe in DOS structure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yes. So, Mazi Solomon, do we start rounding it up? I don't want another call. We spent over 2 hours and counting. And I think that we've said everything that needed to be said. Fire is burning in our mama as we speak. We need, by tomorrow, we want to see people on the ground, people who can give us full detail of what happened there. We are informing our people to come and talk to us about what really happened. So by tomorrow, we'll be coming back and we'll also be dealing with other important issues. We hope and pray that we will continue to come close to you every evening from 10 p.m. so that we can sustain this program and make sure that all of us gather here to discuss our issues and challenges. Mazi Solomon, we hear Biafra before we close.
Yeah.
Somebody is calling. Can we take this call?
Yeah. Mazi Patrick. Yeah.
Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program. We were rounding up when you called in, but
okay, my brother, I wasn't on that program, but I called you for a certain purpose. But let me know what is the program all about, then I have to speak on that program.
So you have not been following us. You have not been following us.
In fact, I just pulled in and I said, let me call you because the last time we spoke,
because you just want to interact with us.
Okay, yes.
Mazi, thank you for calling in. By the way, things are happening on the ground. In our mama today, the Nigerian army went burning places. A whole community were set ablaze. I don't know if you've seen that video circulated on social media.
I've seen that, and that is what prompted me so much that I need to talk to you and talk to my brother Peters too, because I saw him in the last program, then he was sketchy. So that's why I really want to talk to you and Kemu and him too.
Okay,
because
so
that gives me a whole lot of broken heart.
Go ahead.
What I have seen in our mama today is something that is a wake-up call to every one of us. Now, these people have come to kill us. They have shown that truly they are to take us off from the surface of earth. And we are not going to allow that, no matter how they tried, because this is total unacceptable. What Nigerian military did today is to show that they have been waiting for opportunity to kill every one of us, even without any provocation. If something have happened, what about the military people killed in northern state? What did you do? Did you take the word to them? Did you kill any of them? Did you burn their house? No. Answer is no. We have to rise up and defend our land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been saying this for a very long time. It has come to me in total clear that we have to defend ourselves. We need to wake up because something have been totally wronged in all this. Our elders have gone to them, speak with them, but they keep on killing us. This is to show that they did not accept our elders, and we cannot wait. And another thing, I listened to our leader, Chike Doziem, today saying, he recalled our men. I am not in total acceptance with his statement.
Not to recall, Maz, yourself, you didn't get the message. You know, but that message is not for everybody.
Because I was driving and I was listening to that message.
So you got the message wrong. So a lot of people are even confused. It's not only you. Anyway, it's not your fault because other people have called in to also express their own understanding. But I think that people that the head of Directorate of State have sent the message to understand what he meant. Okay. You know, and so we don't want to go into that. That message is for the Eastern Security Network. It's not meant for the two of us. It's not meant for the general public. Even if the announcement was made in public, but I think it's directed at those who are concerned. Mazi, thank you for your contribution.
Okay, thank you for this explanation. Like what you said now have taken me in another perspective. If you have done that, please, we need to really establish this because we are dying. Our people are dying. As I'm talking to you now, you can't believe this. I will tell you this right away in this platform. Even the place, people, we are criticizing our people that, what is this Biafra of? Even I saw a lady dying today, requesting for a little money to get out of FMC in Ohio. I have to send her money. I didn't even know her, but I said, because of Nnamdi Kanu, this man have touched this life. If not because of discussion of Nnamdi Kanu case, this woman wouldn't have gotten somebody like me to help her.
Thank you for that.
Please, our people, let us rise. They are killing us. They are going to kill every one of us.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you for that contribution.
Sorry?
I said thank you for your contribution.
Thank you very much. I will call you back maybe after the program. I don't know how many minutes you have time. I need to call you.
Mazi, we'll have to speak tomorrow because it's already late. It's already past midnight here.
Yes, I
don't want to stay more awake. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your work and thank you for whatever you are doing. And we respect all of you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you for your time as well. Somebody was trying to reach me, a special sister from the UK, who have also been a major contributor to this program. And I'm going to, Mazi, our generosity will get, yes.
Mazi, Pat.
Yes,
please, can you read out
Sister Chia's please.
Okay, somebody is there.
Yeah, somebody is on the.
Somebody actually somebody has written down in the comment to put exactly what Simon Ekpa actually said in his broadcast as to regard to the broadcast of Mazi.
You can read it out, Mazi Solomon. You can read it out.
Okay, he said that Simon quoted and said, disregard Mazi Chika Edoziem deliberately and maliciously blackmailed against ESN. In this evening emergency broadcast, I will be addressing a deliberate and the dangerous pronouncement of Mazi Chika Edoziem and to set the record very straight that ESN is not unknown government and the unknown government is not ESN, as he wants us to believe in his broadcast. I therefore call on all Biafrans and IPOP worldwide to listen to my emergency broadcast this evening as I address the deliberate attempt by Mazi Chika Edoziem to link ESN to unknown men. So this is exactly he's quoting exactly what Simon Ekpa said in his program as to regard to the broadcast of mazi Chike Doziem. I don't know, but I just have to say something here. I am not Simon Ekpa, and as long as this very struggle is concerned, whatever Simon Ekpa does to me is an entertainment, because he doesn't count. As long as IPOP is concerned, IPOP has their standard, they have their conduct, and they have their rule. So everything that has to be done based on the standard, the rule and regulations of IPOP. Anybody who is doing something outside that does not attract me, because I'm not a jack of all trades, whereby master of none. Whenever I'm doing something, I try to put focus, and my focus will help me to know the area that I might require to make a contribution. So I go straight to where I can make a contribution and do my contribution, so that where I belong can be better. As I am now, the type of house that my father lived on in our compound, when I grow up, I know that I have to change that very pattern, and I did something better and something reasonable.
You didn't go about criticizing your father
I didn't
for
go
building
about
your own house.
I didn't go about complaining about my father, and actually, I really know that I am here to make a difference, and people have to talk about me and in my own contribution. So that is just the real thing. And yeah, because the Bible said, "Woe unto you that say to their father, what have you begotten?" So to put a blame on your father on anything like that is not reasonable. So you know you are here already. Oh, the same amulumpagi or bulumpulamunab konwen, so if you are not there to make your own change, don't blame your own fellow man. He equally do the best to even because some people are busy putting some people away through condom, but your father do a favor to even allow you to surface on this very earth. So what I'm trying to point out here is that if this exactly what Simon Ekpa quoted in his program, he is on the wrong side, and he is an individual. So please, this narrative is very wrong. Myself as an individual can counter this very narrative that him himself is just being mischief maker.
Yes, yeah.
You know, sorry, somebody is on the line. Let me just be brief. This is very, very wrong narrative to have changed what Chike Doziem said in his broadcast. It's very, very wrong. And if Simon Ekpa did not repent from this kind of attitude and the actions, it will definitely backfire on him. Because when you point people one finger, 4 fingers will still be pointing at you, and the one will be pointing to the person you don't know. Thank you. The person on the line.
Hello, Sister Chiaza. Welcome to the program. Good evening. I'm just make it brief and fast because I don't want to take more calls again. We have exceeded the time.
Yeah, good evening. I think all of us felt so bad about what happened today. And to be sincere, I somehow, I felt somehow ashamed of whatever our people has been vomiting from their mouth, because we can't be shouting they are killing us, we want this, we want to fight them. How do we fight them back if we cannot even obey a simple instruction? Stay united. We are surrounded by enemies. We can't even obey that. We are just jumping from one place to the other. Somebody will say something and another person will write another thing. Just what Simon did today. Is that how we're gonna fight back? It is so heartbreaking what our people are saying.
My sister, please. You don't have to break your heart. There is something.
Yes, listen. We are not ready to sacrifice anything for our land.
Listen, there is something you need to understand. When you are in Biafra struggle seeking attention, you can easily be noted. You understand what I'm saying? And when you are in Biafra struggle seeking attention, people will give you attention. Most of us have been in the broadcasting industry, in this struggle, without anybody, without we seeking attention. You understand what I'm saying? So, and if I want to seek attention, I know how to create a controversy that will draw attention to me. But I'm not here to seek attention. I'm not here to seek attention. A lot of people are not here to seek attention. We are not here to show ourselves. We are here to make our humble contribution. We are here to support. I was talking with somebody today, and I said, if you said that the DOS is not doing enough, that they are imperfect, was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu perfect? Have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ever been a perfect man? And he said no. And I said, well, why are you supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who had never been a perfect man? People were also complaining about him. But we all rally around him to perfect the good work he's doing for us. That even in his imperfection, we brought out the best in him. So why are you denying this same leadership that possibility to bring out the best in them? So we don't need to complain about people who are seeking attention, who want to be noticed, who want to create controversy, because they know that by creating controversy, they will draw your attention. It's quite unfortunate that our people do not have the understanding of the time we live in. And that is why you see a lot of people, even some principal officers are falling for it. I'm telling you, people you think that they are hardcore, but the test for your hardcore, the test for your hardcore can come in any way possible. In a way you don't even understand. You understand what I'm saying? I followed a program yesterday where a lady in America was narrating how Chukwu Okike Abiama was giving her revelation and all that. Even when they say, what are the evidence that you have? He said that God told me. And you see them trying to project themselves as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They want to take his position. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? So our people need to understand that even the devil can quote the Bible. Even Lucifer can quote the Bible. So, but it takes a discerning spirit to understand that this is where and how, where you should stand at every point in time. Let me tell you one thing. When the work of the Lucifer, like I said earlier, is to also drag people to himself. And they also do it. They also do it with every means possible. The Lucifer do it by, drawing attention, by creating controversies. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So, but akwụkwọ nsọ si n'ụzọ na-edulu anyị jee n'igwe dị walala, ma n'ụzọ na-eje ọkụ mmụọ mepere emepe. The way to heaven is very tiny, but the way to hell is very wide. So it is left for anybody to make their choice. As far as we are concerned, we will continue to support a leadership that will understand their strategy. The people who are telling you to join them today have not even rolled out any strategy for you. So where do you even start from? At least we know where we stand. We understand that we need command and control in IPOB. We have a structure to follow. The person that is telling you, come, let me lead you, what structure are they putting in place for you? They have not been able to define. They have not been able to define their path. Now, how do you follow a man who does not have a path, who have not defined a path? You understand what I'm saying? So, but at this point in time, I believe that it is a matter of time our people will get sense. My sister, thank you very much. Mazi Solomon, do you have any contribution?
Yeah, I just want to say that we love our DOS. We trust them, and we know they can do. So no matter what, just know that there are people who are praying for you, who love you, and who really care about our motherland. Keep it up, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. So, Mazi Solomon, I think we have to round it up. It's almost...
Yeah, Mazi Pat. we have been here for a while. So actually, everybody concerned is being taken into considerations, and at the same time, I still encourage people. Those people, it doesn't matter how many number of people viewing them, how many number of people is their followers, but what is important is the truth that you are dishing out. Counter their narrative, and then ịtụpụrụ nkịta ọkpụkpụ hapụzi ọgụ ya na ndị mmụọ, because ha na ihe na-emekwa. Do you understand? They are always trying to remain online, do everything they can, concord everything they can just to remain online. So, but you yourself, who is feeling bad, who knows the truth, that these people are just contradicting themselves and trying to enslave others, then counter them in that their negative narrative, expose them, and then leave them. So that's all you can do. Don't take it personal or wanting to go physical with people. That will put you off. That will also change your position very quick, because they can, when you throw your emotion on them, they can rubbish your emotion. And that is what I normally advise some of our people who are actually throwing their emotions on these people. When you throw your emotion on them, they will rubbish you, because they will do everything to stay online. They will do everything to keep getting the super chat and the other revenues that they are grabbing through the program they are doing. And if only hearing some of them this, they say, support us with money, and support us. And when they feel like they are saying it too much, they will say, support us because of ESN, and they will attach IPOP or mazi and the Kanu to it. So please, our people should stop falling for such thing. All you just need to do is to know that our struggle is for real. It's not movie. We are not acting movie. We are not acting movie, and we are not playing something that is happening in television. It's reality. When you hear people die, they die for real. When you hear the villages were born, the villages were born for real. People's house in the village, you know how much it takes to put up a house in the village. If you hear that is born, know that is real. It's not a movie. And anybody that is pushing you, and that the best you could do, that the best strategy you could do to stop what the soldiers are doing is for you to confront them. Please, you are putting the life of our people on danger on that, because those people are beasts. The best you can do is what we are discussing here, and we continue to do. How do we uplift our level of technology to be able to record these people properly? Because the record I have this evening when I'm coming to this very program, I'm not satisfied. You cannot, when the fire is burning, you are coming crying, fire is burning, that is Nigerian soldiers who put fire. Then we see fire burning, but we didn't see Nigerian soldiers around there. It's not that we are doubting what we are saying, because we know that this is what they are good in doing. But how can we get a comprehensive record of what is coming? We have to step up in our technology. And the head of DOS, HOD, has already made the announcement. This has said we have to display city cameras in order to have proper record of the activities of these people. That is the best we can do this very time, to expose their evil. Even when they are concurring or when they are planning, on their way planning, we can be able to capture them, and we begin to expose them in the media. That will curtail what they are doing. But if you say to our people, come, let's carry arms, confront this beast, where are we going to put our children in the community? Where are we going to put our pregnant women? Where are we going to put our old men? Where are we going to put disabled people in our community in order to confront this beast, seeing how they operate, that they are fully out for genocide? They are fully out for ethnic cleansing. So how do we curtail with these people? Is by going a step ahead of them, using technology, capture them very well. We present them openly to everybody to view their actions. So it's not going to be what we are saying with mouth, but people can actually view the atrocity of these very people, and everybody will start adding voice to it. That is all we can do at this very time. We need to step up in our in the level of our technology that is being used around us to record events. Because these people, nobody is exposing what they are doing. That's why they continue doing it. Like they will watch that video now. You will discover the last one where they are shooting and they record themselves. It was displayed everywhere. And you see them coming to deny, you see them coming to modify, you see them coming to say that those soldiers are being arrested, that those soldiers are facing, so these are the things that can suppress these people. When you have a comprehensive record of their activities, then they will be cautioned. If not, nothing. If not, nothing. Confrontations or anybody suggesting that we confront these people, you don't fight in your own house. Because where two elephants fight is the grasses that are suffered. We need to push these people out of our communities. Their target is not the strong young men that we face them. Their target is those weaker link we have in our community. Their target is our women. They want to come to our communities and they rape our sisters and rape our mothers and set our houses ablaze and set our market ablaze. So anybody who advising you, my blood is hot, I want to face these people, you must first of all look at how to push them out of our communities. Because even if you create a battlefield, they are not going to come to that battlefield. Mazi Kanu has come severally and said, the ESN you are looking for is in the bush, it's not in the community. Why are you looking for them in the community? Every time they are going around our community. But the people you are looking for is in the bush. And they never gone to the bush to meet ESN. They always want to go around the communities because they know it is the women that are left in the communities. They want to inflict pain to our people. They want to commit genocide. They want to do ethnic cleansing. They don't even want to face those people that are carrying guns. And that is why they are unknown gunmen. When the unknown gunmen finish their activities, they will go and face the innocent villagers and be burning village. So we must step up. I'm suggesting to the leadership, this must be done urgently. We must teach our people. We must make it local with our people. How to do drone is very easy. It doesn't require money. Small money, you will do a drone and mount a camera on it. Mount camera. It saves life. Nobody knows. You can be in the comfort of your room, in the comfort of anything, and you monitor your drone. Record these people in details. Why they are marching, why they are coming, you are recording them. You are recording everything there. Even if they view the drone and they shoot the drone or destroy the drone, at least life is not destroyed. Life is not destroyed. And if they destroy one's drone, another person's drone is flying. By the time they know that they are no more, they are working in open. They know that they are working in open. That is no more, the activities are no more in secret. They will stop this thing that they are doing. That is the only way we can put our people on safety now. So it's not by challenging this beast. It's not by confronting them in our communities. We will record more casualties. And it's not going to be on our favor. It's not going to be on our favor. Iloma ka ejunaji aga n'okwu.
Thank you very much.
Very okay at this very time. And all the people shouting, DOS, we want action. We want action. Please don't allow anybody to instigate you into the action that will endanger your family, endanger even a little kid, our future generation. Don't take side to any action for anybody to instigate you to take an action that will endanger your future generation, that will endanger your community. Don't. We have a strategy and we are following it in this IPOP to get Biafra. So we don't want to jump things. And remember, Mazi Kanu have said about armed struggle, we have to exploit every other options. And if that is the only option we are left with, we will strategize and we go into it in such a way that it will not affect our people, that it will not affect our communities. Thank you very much. Anytime you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. Listen to DOS. Take command from DOS. Don't remember Jesus says that anybody who comes through the window is a thief. Don't always to look to come through the window. Come through the door. be bold enough to ask DOS for clarification of things you don't understand, rather than going somewhere else for them to confuse your mind, and you'll be working as a confused person. Always listen to people who can address your question to the best of understanding. Thank you, Mazipat, for making me part of this web program, and I wish to appear again anytime, any moment you call on me. God bless.
We'll be here tomorrow, Maz. We'll be here tomorrow, 10 p.m. as usual, like I promised our people. We'll be here to continue from where we stopped. We've seen series of calls. We appreciate those who called in. We also appreciate those who drop comments. We want to say thank you very much for those comments. Until we see you guys again tomorrow, I want to say have a wonderful morning, night, and evening, wherever you might be. And always follow your leadership because that is the way. That is that your leadership is the umbrella that covers you. That is the roof you have over your head. Have a wonderful evening, night. Until we see again, God bless you, Biafrans, and good night.
And then Chile, Kwasa. It is late. I never. We not gonna sit down the look. Make them go pull our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we just up. No be so. No be so. We gonna share every day. People just go. So family was wiped out by Fulanis. So Jackie boy used to call them terrorists. We touch them the canoe, you go cause war. We touch it on the bow, you go cause war. Makana Brugo no Nanga Wanelua. And I will find for another. It's not the time we go change for them. Change for them, tell them we know this. When you go pull your book, they might not buy your book. Igbo people have been marginalized. IPOB have been brutalized. We not go sit down there.
Purchase your tracks today.
Make them come kill all of us. We not go sit down there. Look. We not take our life. We not go sit down there. Look. Bring them from the house like us. We not go sit down there.